On June 2nd, Australians gathered outside New South Wales Parliament House in Sydney. Families with prams, students, politicians and long-time advocates stood together in the winter air, rallying in support of a bill that would ban sex-selective abortions in New South Wales. The rally was organised by Dr. Joanna Howe, and just days later, SBS published its response. The article titled, "Whose Choice Is It? The Unseen Side of Australia's Abortion Debate." The article presents itself as a compassionate exploration of migrant women's experiences, but a closer look reveals something very different, a piece that uses the genuine suffering of vulnerable women to push a pro-abortion access agenda, published at a politically convenient moment while burying the contradictions at the heart of its own argument. Start with the headline, "Whose choice is it?" That is not a neutral question. It proposes the entire debate is about personal choice, which is the foundational argument of the pro-abortion movement. This framing tells you exactly where this article is going before you read a single word. Then comes the article's most glaring logical flaw. It opens by highlighting migrant women being coerced and pressured into terminations they don't want, and then uses that suffering to argue that abortion should be easier to access. But those are two completely different problems. Protecting a woman from family coercion requires stronger legal protections, not fewer restrictions. SBS took a story about women being denied the right to continue a pregnancy and turned it into an argument for easier abortion access. That is not journalism, that is advocacy. Then look at who they chose to get to speak. Every single source in the article is a pro-abortion access advocate, a psychotherapist, a multicultural health CEO, a family planning Australian officer, and a Greens MP. Not one pro-life, not one migrant woman, not one independent academic, not one alternative voice from within the communities the article claims to represent. The only people questioning the status quo are framed as political agitators giving no meaningful right of reply. SBS is a publicly funded broadcaster bound by its own code of practice to report with balance and impartiality. This article did not meet that standard, and it was published days later after a significant pro-life rally. When a media outlet claims to give voice to the voiceless, but only selects voices that confirm what it already believes, that is not inclusion. That is bias with better branding.